Hello and welcome to this episode. Ooh, what have we got here? So I painted this surface in my sketchbook with some acrylic, and just like black and a bit of red and blue in it. It was supposed to be more bluey than red, but it ended up being a bit more red than blue. But never mind, we can still use it. And what I'm going to do is this really moody seascape. I went somewhere. I'll tell you while I'm painting. So I'm going to use a blue, ultramarine blue, and a brown. My two favourite colours, ultramarine blue. Turn my plate around so you can see. Ultramarine blue and burnt umber. My two favourites. And get some white as well. So this is what we want, like a grey. This bluey grey. If I want to go darker, I can just go into more colour, and if I want to go lighter, go into more white. And then I use the blue and brown to warm or cool the darks, basically. That's the basic idea of it. So we've got a light spot and a dark spot. So we've got light. Trying to think. So I've got to think in terms of darkness and in terms of light as well. This is quite tricky, actually. It's quite tricky thinking dark and light. But I want this to be more blue anyway. So we'll get this started. Get a bit more of our dark. It's just that blue and brown that I was showing you. Blue and brown. And now I want a bit of white in the blue and brown, because we've got a light area here. But it goes kind of like that. And what I also want to do, I want to take this away from the darkest dark. I want a bit more blue in that. Because I want to give this a bit of a colour as well. I'm not sure why. Yes, that's why. Yeah, so if you have any questions about why doing something in a painting, feel free to ask in the comments, and I'll try and answer, because sometimes I go into a painting kind of zombie mode, and I just paint away, and maybe I forget to mention some. I'll try and answer. Trying my best. So I'm using my finger to mix things up a little bit. Changing the flavour of things here. Then going a bit lighter. Light with blue. Get that shape there, and then this has a bit more there. This is actually going to get lighter, but we need to really hold things. You have to hold a little bit to before you go too far. Bit of blue breaking through the sky. That's actually quite nice. I'm going to leave that. More blue there and there. Just wash my brush a little bit. Probably didn't need to wash that, could have just gone back into the darks. The blues and the browns. So I'll show you what I'm doing. See, I've got like a dark blue and brown, and then a light, and this in the blue and a grey. Just mixing different colours just with these. It's only 3 colours. It's like one of my old 3 colour challenges. Only using 3. This is quite a good grey to go over this actually. I quite like doing the paintings on acrylic using the watercolour and gouache. It works quite well. I actually originally read about it, and I thought, oh, I didn't even know you could do that. It's in one of these old books. I like the older books actually. You just get like things that you don't think of, and I like old books really. I'm gonna go a little bit lighter around this. So we've got clouds, a little bit catching more light, but not all over, just in a few areas there's a lot of lighting. I'm not trying not to be, what's the word, when I'm doing these sort of strokes, I'm trying to be kind of quick and loose, and not so precise about things. I think the more you paint, I find, the looser you get, the looser you become. Well, that's how it's worked for me anyway. Some people get really, really, really tight actually with their way of painting, so it's not always, you don't always become a loose painter. Depends on what you want to do really, doesn't it? Because you become who you want to be as an artist. Gotta get that light in there. Just get my finger with some white on that. We will get this effect. We will. Yeah, that's not too bad actually now. Then we can cut some of it off, like that. It's a weird sky actually. It's kind of why I took the picture, I suppose. That light in there. Quite the drama. Just using my wet brush then. Just slightly go over it with my finger and then back in with the light. Bit more shape. Bit more light here. That sort of mists away there. Okay. That's not bad actually. It's actually pretty close. It's a really, I didn't even see it at first. There's quite a dark cloud there. Okay, and we'll carry on with dark. This is just to show you. Blue and brown on its own makes it almost a black. It's almost a black. You can make it black. I tend to find you need something else in it. I mean, it's almost black anyway, but so this is where I think I'm gonna have my horizon. Need to make it straight though. About there. And now we have. There's actually some trees right on the horizon there, the other side of the river. Might as well put them in. They're very small, but they are there. Okay. I need to get rid of some of that. It's a very windy day this was. Yeah, and I was what I was doing is I wanted to get the bridge photo done. I wanted a good photo of the bridge, and the weather was terrible. It really was. It was the worst day to go, really. And I thought, oh, well, this is it. I'm not going to get anything today. And I turned around, and I took this photo. And I think it's probably the only one I'll use from that day, because the others just, they don't really work. Not to me anyway. I might use them as like a very rough reference. I tend to do that quite a lot. A lot of my reference photos, they're pretty awful. And what I do is I just use it as an idea and then just create a painting a little bit better. I've got this really blurred. I was looking at a photo I've got a really blurred one of inside of a house. But I kind of like it, so I might have a go at painting it. And I haven't done really many interiors, and I thought it'd be quite good. Get some of this light on the water. See, what I like about this one is how dark the wave was. I've never seen it before, to be honest. We'll show it now. I'm using mostly a blue-grey in the water, mostly blue-grey. And yeah, so we've got like there, sort of see like shapes. And those shapes kind of, they go darker over here. You can almost see a wave there as well, just to make it a little bit more obvious. I'll put a bit of light behind it. And yeah, this one, so it's got like a light here. Sort of like that. I'm going to use some dark because then I can get the shape better. And then and I can get that one behind it a bit better as well. Again, it's just blue and brown again. But yeah, when I saw it, I was like, whoa, that looks amazing. There's one there as well. there's another. I need to darken this a bit more. I've kind of lightened that a bit too much. That's a bit better. And then over this side as well. So it all kind of melts into darkness over there. So I want to make sure I represent that best I can. A little bit of trickery. A little bit of paint here and there. We got this darkness here. If you need to make your paint move a little bit better, you can add more water. The only downside to that is when it dries, it will dry paler. On here it won't so much because it's dark underneath, but there'll be less pigment spread around when you use more water. It's just somewhat to think about, somewhat technical to think about. So that's dried a bit too blue for my liking. So I'm going to I might get a little bit of red in it. Red, blue and brown, what's that going to be like? It's a bit darker anyway. Which is exactly what I want. Just using my mind. Trying to think of like it's all the way over here, it comes there, and then it comes there, and it comes there, and then there. Thinking of the I can't even think of the word it is, you know. To think of what Turner was the master of again. What was Turner other than light? He had him as the master of perspective. I just thought of it. I was thinking of my perspective. Something else to think about, something else to learn. If there's not enough to learn to be a painter, there's always something else, isn't there? I know when it's funny, isn't it, learning to paint, and you're like thinking, oh yes, well I know this now. Oh, I need to learn that. Oh, and you go, oh well, I could paint a tree now. Well, that's it now. I've arrived. And you're like, oh, I need to paint a face. Right, I'll learn how to paint a face. Right, I can paint a face. That's it, I'm the best. Oh, you need to learn how to paint the body as well, the anatomy. Oh, no. Oh, well, I'll learn that. Right, now you need to learn how to paint a horse, because someone wants a horse in their painting. Oh, right. I'll learn that. It's never ending painting. That's basically my point of all that. Painting is a never-ending learning. Not sure if it's possible to ever learn it all, but we can have fun learning though. That's what I do now. I have fun with it. Not interested in stressing out over painting anymore. Not interested in crying because I can't do it. I can't do it. It's not fair. Yeah. It does make me laugh thinking about that. We just keep going, don't we? Just keep going, keep enjoying painting, keep going, and we get better. We've got to. What's that theory? You're not going to get any worse if you keep practicing. Can't remember who said that. Someone said that. Yeah, I'm not sure if I believe that because I remember when I practiced a lot, I'm sure I got worse at painting, and then I had to think a bit, and then I got better again. God, this sea is looking pretty good. I'm quite liking it actually. I'm trying to work out how I'm going to bring this together down here, because we've got a few stones and stuff down here. But I am liking this so far. I think I've almost captured the essence of it. It's quite a strong light there. There we go. There's quite a strong light there. Trying to get that smoothness there. You can see it in the picture. There's like it's a little bit better. And you can see like rocks and stuff down here. Just look a little bit of light on there as well. can see it. It's just I'm tempted. Just to bring this out a little bit here. You can't actually see anything here, it's just too dark. You can see like glints of things like on the rock. But this is a painting, we can change it. But yeah, what I'm thinking is here, like that sort of thing, and then we can fade it away. And we can use a little bit less white in our colour. Have it coming up there. Yeah, something like that. I think we're about there. Getting a bit of the cerulean blue in with my light. I'm changing this blue there just slightly to have it a bit more of a cerulean blue hint to it. It's not much, to be honest, not much of a change. Just in the sky. Just needs a bit more, I think, a bit more of a change in colour. And that's the thing about painting as opposed to like just using a photo. You can develop it and add what you want in it. So if you want a little extra blue in it that isn't there, then you can do that, you can add it in. It's just what I feel is needed, a little bit more of something else. So I'm gonna put it in. Why not? Something I always think of as well now is if it doesn't work, well, you can try again, paint it again, and it's not a case of if the first one doesn't work, that's it. Throwing my paintings back in the cupboard, my paints back under the bed. Whatever you do when you're annoyed with your paintings. No, I don't do that anymore. A little bit of dark around some of these rocks. Okay. Now I'm looking at the whole thing. Just darkening that once again with a bit of brown this time. Just at the top part, I'm going to add a little bit more brown. Breaking up some of this. Okay, let's have a look at this as a whole. Needs a bit more light there. I think I'm about there. Probably need a little more. I'm going to get some Naples yellow and white. I'm going to put a bit more in here. And now I'm going to use a bit of that in the water. Okay, and I'm going to call that one because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to end up unable to stop, and I'll start adding boats in here and all sorts. So I better better think about that. The ending. Some rock shapes or something, I don't know. We'll leave that to the imagination, I think. To the imagination. But I think that we're there. bit there. Just getting ready to fall over that, isn't it? Yeah, I can see it needs a bit more here. And then it just vanishes about there. So yeah, we will break that up there as well. And then maybe I should put a boat in. It's tempting, isn't it? I reckon you would see one if it was sort of there. Somebody in it. And I'll be really cheeky and put a little bit of light on it. Just so you can sort of see it. So there we go. I think I'll call this one finished. So, not sure why I said it like that. It's finished. But yeah, it's a bit of a dramatic sea with a lot of light around here, and then kind of fades away really harshly there. That's what I thought was really interesting. Just get a bit of dark on my finger. Just missed a bit there. Should be a lot darker there. Like that. Yeah, that's better. Using the watery finger to change things, give it a bit more atmosphere. And I think we're about, yeah, we are about, there we go, get that there. Yeah. We'll call that one, because otherwise I'll be trying to paint this forever. So thanks very much for watching this one, and I'll see you at another one. Cheers, bye.